Hello, and we are doing an opening breakdown, sort of kind of trailer breakdown for Yu-Gi-Oh! Project Games. This is the Season 1 trailer, so I'm going to break some stuff down. Well, I'm going to watch it first, and then I'm going to try to break things down and see what's going to happen here. So, there's your intro. Let's get into it. The open field, I was thinking like the ending theme for Season 4 of GX. To remind me of, oh, look at all those wigs. Hey, at least not just him in a hood over and over again. I mean, that can work when it's nameless mooks, but still. Hey, ooh, hello. Prez reprising his role as Dragon Guy. Him with a haircut looks weird. Might just be a cap, though. Ooh, he's rushing in there. Frickin' Speed Lord. I like it already. I like it a lot. It seems to me like... Oh, let me just fix this real quick. Just get it back up there. Okay. Looks like it's kind of going the route of the original series, I guess. Which, I mean, that's not a bad thing in a reboot to just do things similar to the original and whatnot. But it's like, you hear a reboot, just like, okay, what are they going to change? Come on now. Now, granted, of course, change isn't automatically a bad thing. It isn't automatically a good thing either. But, you know, change is just change. It's neutral. We'll see. Yeah, it's up to our own opinions to see how good or bad it is. But yeah, let's start at the beginning. Tom stomping here on open field, activating his dual disc summoning obelisk. Nothing wrong there. It's the usual Tom stuff. That's just like, hey, here's my iconic stuff. Here I am. And here's the theme song. Not much to go into here. He's going to be dueling in a wide open field. Yu-Gi-Oh! His theme song starts by activating dual disc. Yeah, I think that's the free space in Bingo. Or, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Character activates dual disc during the intro would be the free space in Bingo. But hey, it's the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. Just like, at some point they gotta throw a Pokeball in the Pokemon intro, right? Gotta know what you're watching. Anyway, moving on. Here we have, I guess this is all of the bad guys' crew. I imagine the main man himself with the sunglasses being Ravano. And of course, all of the nameless wigs and whatnot. And the guy with the bowler hat would be, well, of course, all of his minions, I guess you could say, the card collectors, I believe they were called. I do like the fact that they got all these different wigs and well, hats, I guess. You know, try to diversify them a little bit. If Tom's to be playing everyone, they can't just be all the same guy in a hoodie over and over again. That pass for 2013, we give them pass, but I appreciate them going an extra mile. Of course, we could also probably give them a pass now. It's just like, look, Project Game's back. If they just want to use this hoodie over and over again, I'll let it slide. But I do appreciate the little extra effort they got here. Plus, they look unique enough. I mean, the extra hair, and they are kind of using the same hoodie design. But you could just consider that like a, it's the outfit for the bad guys, like their main thing. You know, you gotta wear your employee uniform when you work here. So here's the general employee uniform. I guess the guys who just get to wear shirts and hats, well, they must be the upperclassmen of the crew. I guess one of the guys that I think the guy with the red hat would be the Photon Galaxyizer who defeated Tom, and as for the guy who's just wearing the hat and nothing else, yeah, I got nothing. Up to your own opinion. Also, reuse the white hair twice, but honestly, they could be like twins or something, or brothers or something like that, or just a case of like, I reused a wig, sue me. I mean, these two both have black hair. It's not the end of the world. In shocking news, people have similar hair colors. More at 11. Hey. But yeah, this is a good group shot for the evil team. I like that a lot. Let's move on from there. Moving up. Well, we got... I think that maybe that's supposed to be Ravana, or just Tom being like, this is the group I gotta go against, and just like, and they're all trying to take down the hero, and here's me, hero guy. Then we move along, and here's Sean. I guess he's supposed to be in his car professor sort of design. Doesn't look good as a car. No, he looks pretty decent. I'm trying not to. And then Prez tried to punch us in the face. Thanks for that, buddy. Where would we be without you? But hey, the show's Prez is in it, which honestly good. Although, given the fact that he's throwing in the original theme song, he also threw a punch for me. That's a callback to that, because the theme song, out of all the shots of Tom he could have used, it's him punching someone. That's just funny, but it's in character for Prez. Just like punch first, ask questions later. I don't care. Just like, out of all the ones you could have used. But hey, call back to the original and all that. Plus, again, maybe this time when Prez and Tom meet, they'll meet by Prez punching him in the face. Who knows? Aye. But yeah, Sean here, I guess he was trying to be a chancellor because we're going back a bit in the timeline. Well, aye. It's now in the time... Now... According to Tom, White Dragon's Legacy and Project games are happening at the same time as each other. So, oh, yeah, that's a thing to consider. So I guess Sean is also a Chancellor here, which means I guess Armageddon would be after Project games and White Dragon's Legacy. Considering the fact that he is, well, Sean's a little bit where it gets a little muddy because he was supposed to be a card professor here, but he's also in Armageddon. But in White Dragon Legacy, Leviathan is going after the Sacred Beasts, obviously, which are being held by Sean. And then in Armageddon, he still has the Sacred Beast, so I guess they just kind of took them. It's one of those things where just like, how does the lore fit? It's one of those just like, where's my Hyrule? It doesn't seem like a Hyrule history. It's one of those where just like, you just need a minute to put the pieces together, but it's not that bad. Sean owns all the Sacred Beasts, and then and then Leviathan steals them, and then Kisara wins and probably gives the Sacred Beast back to Sean. And then Sean still holds them for Armageddon. Not that end of the world. And also he's a Chancellor. So that's a thing, I guess. I mean, Sean never shows up in White Dragon Legacy, so it doesn't contradict anything. It mentions that he's a Sacred Beast holder. He can be a card professor and a Sacred Beast holder at the same time. There's no law against it. So yeah. Prez gives us a punch in the face and then goes off to reveal that he is also the Dragon User guy from, well, the original timeline. I never remember his name for the life of me, and do not get me to remember his name because, look, I like the fact that Prez is bringing back this character and all that stuff. Still can't remember his name for the life of me. But then again, I've also always been bad with names. I do like the transition where Prez punches him and then he reveals that, like, I'm also this guy, playing the role back again. So it's a nice little thing to bring back, and it's a nice transition. I like that a lot. So good job with that one. And here we are on the Microsoft screensaver. Alright, and we got Tom, and Tom. Him with the crew cut would just looks weird, you know? It's like, it'd be like me with short hair. Something weird about it. I mean, I guess it's probably his brother now I'm thinking about it in more than 5 seconds. Actually, the more I'm thinking about it more, this might be Tuffy right alongside them with the blonde hair. Maybe it's not Tom, but it probably is Tom with the glasses. In fact, you can see the curly hair behind him. I only say that because we saw an Inzector user earlier, so I'm just like, well, that was Tuffy in the original timeline. Maybe it's Tuffy again. So we got Tom, his brother, who I guess got a haircut. Good for him. Not a crime, just one of those I have to get used to, you know. But hey, when the brothers look so similar, it's like, well, I have to do something different from you, or else we're just going to call me you. So I'm getting a haircut. It works. It does work. And then we got, I guess that's supposed to be Tuffy, so I guess Tuffy will be playing a bigger role in this, if they're going to be the three companions. Or maybe it's a brand new character. I don't know, honestly. I mean, Tuffy also had the haircut in the original thing, similar to Sean's brother, so that's neat, I guess. That's one of those things where just like, I guess it's going to be a three-companion show, which, hey, I'm fine with three companions. Can't go wrong with a trio in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. Nothing wrong with that at all. Moving on. Oh, I like this. Obelisk shows up and puts his hand on his shoulder just to reassure him. That's always nice. Obelisk and Tom's dynamic is always fun. Kind of an Astro and Yuma sort of thing, but I don't mind that sort of thing. Just got the kind-hearted Tom out when the Obelisk like, just punch them! Have you tried punching them? If you're not thought, hit them harder. They have a fun dynamic. I'm glad Obelisk and Tom's dynamic is back again. Although episode no, it's questionable because it's just like they've already had their meeting, so I guess if this is going to be fully rebooted, maybe episode no, if it's like, maybe it's like somewhere between season 1, season 2 sort of thing. I mean, I didn't see the masked dude in this. I think it was, no, it wasn't Gene, that was someone else. I didn't see the masked dude in this opening, so maybe it's a in-between thing. I'm not complaining about I don't mind seeing more of the masked dude because we see him in Armageddon, so he clearly lives. But I guess it would be interesting to see what goes on with him. Episode no is going to be kind of a weird thing to bring in to consider, but hey, as long as the quality's around that level of Project No, I don't mind being a little confused with the timeline. We'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah, I do like this shot though, just Obelisk reassuring Tom. It's a nice bit. And then Tom smiles as they see the other two Egyptian god cards, which is something we didn't go into in the original Project games, because we knew Tom had Obelisk. Where's Ra and Slifer? I imagine that was something they were going to go into at some point. But, well, the series ended prematurely, but hey, it's coming back now. Also, I like this render of Ra. I've never seen this one before. I've seen that Slifer one quite a number of times, You know, nothing wrong with that sort of artwork, but I've never seen that one of Raw before. I wonder if that's made himself. If so, it looks majestic. And if he didn't make it himself, it still looks pretty dang good. The head's kind of funky, but it's a god. It's looking at it head on, so that's interesting. Nice art. Moving on, yeah, they attack, so the heroes have to try to fight back against him. Or maybe, who knows, maybe it belongs to Tuffy and the brother. I mean, the brother is wearing red. Tuffy has blonde hair, that's blonde is close to yellow. Or maybe Jace owns him. He also has blonde hair. Dun dun dun! No. Moving on. Tom is ordering the Cyber Twin Dragon to attack, so I guess we're going to be going through the Cyber arc again. Well, mini arc's like 3 episodes, but that's okay, I guess. It wasn't a terrible arc, it was kind of iffy on Tuffy. Nothing against Tuffy, the person or anything like that, just wasn't for me. Not the end of the world, just, I don't... Whatever, I've said my piece on that already, but yeah. Cyber Dragons are still going to be a part of this and do their thing. That guy's having a Jin attack, so I guess that's supposed to be the brother ordering the attack, so his brother will be more a part of this thing, so that's nice. I'm fine with him being a bit more of it. I mean, it was just kind of like, he was a part of the crew, then he got Ravano'd, and then he just kind of became damsel in distress, but hey, that's okay every once in a while. You see the whole fridge meme? Yes, women do get shoved in the fridge a lot. Men do too. But, you know, but people only care when it happens to a woman, so whatever. Either way, he's having a Jin monster attack, and it's like, wait, you're having your Jin monster attack? Let me just speed on in there. I gotta get hit by that. He zooms in and then gets fried in half like frickin' the champion in Duel Arena. Or like when Zoli just like Slifer attacks directly and Zoli's got his hands up like, stop! Yeah, he just zooms in there, just gets fried. Alright, but anyway, yeah, he zooms in there and then his brother is getting attacked, or probably getting attacked. Ugh. I'm sorry. Like by some white lightning sort of attack? I don't know what else you could call this thing. I mean, Tom did fight another Blue Eyes user in episode 21, or episode 20 of Project Games, so there's more Blue Eyes users out there. Or just some generic attack. You can't really tell much by it, but either way, it's about to be absorbed by this attack. Maybe Albus fights... Albus is like, I've had enough of your shit, Tom! And Perez draws for turn, and has Berserk Dragon, so I imagine we're still going to get Perez versus Sean, which, hey, that's an iconic duel, so I'm not going to argue with it coming back, and we get a rematch. And then we got ourselves Jean in the Necro Valley, I imagine, considering he's a Gravekeeper's duelist, and this looks like a bit of an ancient Egyptian tomb. No problems with that at all. But seems we got a bit more green screen in that, but it's okay. Now everyone can go outside. And it looks like we got some Anubis monster here, cowering over him. I mean, that's supposed to be Gravekeeper's command. If so, that's a glorious shot of the shadows of him looking up at him like that. That's just a really good shot of this thing coming up like, oh crap. What have I gotten myself into? Excuse me. And then the Dragon Ninja, I think his name was Wade, having all of his dragons in the field, ready to attack. 5-headed dragon, 2 Alexandrite dragons, great power, no responsibility. So I just noticed that. He's got a rescue rabbit down there, right underneath the 5-headed dragon. Guess he's ready to summon another couple like Cabazals or Sabersaurs or something, and Xyz summon with them. Nice. Got the whole gang together. Oop, I'm moving the bar instead of actually moving the bar. We are the bar! And the redheads apparently got the fire decks. Go figure, and it gets some blazing eye, I guess. Oh no, he's gonna summon Red Supernova Dragon. We're in real trouble now. AJ just comes in here with an RKO. You stole my thing. That's my thing, damn it. I have a lot of things in Chaos Charge. Let me keep that one. Or maybe he's going up. He's got the freaking like Cobra sort of look. Interesting effect with the eye moving back and forth. Here's a nice bit. And then draw for turn and get the Inzectors to exceed summon Exostack. I think that's supposed to be either Tuffy or it's going to be the new guy with the white hair. Maybe it's Sly. You never know. It's not Sly. But I can dream, damn it. It's a free country, and you know what? The episode's not out yet. You can't prove it's not Sly. Yeah, summons Exabeetle. And then Tom sees someone behind him who's probably going to be Ravana the Big Bad himself. And I think this is probably, if I had to make a guess, this is just after Tom's brother got taken by the shadows, judging by the fact that he looks all heartbroken, I guess, like something dramatic just happened. and then we see all the shells around him as he gets more pumped up for a duel. So I imagine now this is Tom getting his revenge in order to, well, take down the Galaxy Eyes user with Utopia. And then we have with him all his iconic monsters, Utopia, Crimson Blader, and Albus the Tormentor, of course. And then we have the Project Games logo again. So yeah, also this thing in the background behind him. I guess this might be the Excalibur itself, or it might be just like the Deus Ex Machina, the thing that the bad guy is trying to get. So we have to stop them from getting that, of course. Something to consider, at least. But yeah, that's the Project Games trailer. Looks like it's going to be a remake of the original series, but of course with like more modern effects, updated scripts and whatnot. Probably you do have some changes, like basically tell the original story with some changes, of course. You're not going to be exactly the same. I imagine they just copy pasted the script from 2013. I mean, I'd watch it, but I don't know if a lot of people would. But yeah, either way, it's a nice tribute to the original series, especially with the punch from Prez. Of all things, it's got all this bling now. I love the fact that Prez may have grown in 13 years, but he also didn't, like, grow, if you know what I mean. He's still got all the goth stuff. But when you find a look that works, you rock it. And yeah, it seems like we've got a new trio on our hands, so there'll be some changes, of course. And honestly, I'm just looking forward to what comes next, because Project Games is a hell of a fun ride to go back on. But these updates can only help it. It can't hurt it at all. So I'm looking forward to see what comes next in Yu-Gi-Oh! Project Games. And I'm sure it'll be great stuff from Tom. Looking forward to it. Unfortunately, he did get pushed back a bit due to the whole channel termination, but whatever. At the very least, that was something that got fixed. Well, it didn't get fixed, we just found a workaround. But either way, Tom managed to get something back, and now we're going to get this new series, and everything will get right back on track. If not in 2026, maybe in 2027. Hope for the best, of course. And honestly, I just love the fact that Tom's going through the extra effort of doing all this in the first place. He didn't have to bring back Project Games, but he wanted to. And you know what? He did it. So, good for him. And I'm looking forward to see what comes out. Also, I also heard that Tom is working on Project Games, but once it's all the season is finished, he's going to release it weekly. So, you won't have to wait long for new episodes. It's basically the S-Code Night approach. Well, back when S-Code Night had that approach. No, not an S-Code Night for that sort of thing. You do you. I'm just saying. And, you know, that's how it used to be, and now this is how the formula will be for Tom. So, that'll be fun to see. But yeah, that's the end of this trailer breakdown. Well, not trailer breakdown, it's a theme song, but you know what I mean. I'm looking forward to see what comes next for Yu-Gi-Oh! Project Games, and I'm sure it'll be great times and fun surprises. So, yeah, that's it in the trailer, so I guess I'll just say, let me just leave it on a freaking thing. Excuse me. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see all of you next time. Check out Tom's channel, of course, in the description below. Support him so you don't miss out when Project Games fully comes back. So until next time, later.